Oh, I hope I get a Twix.
The trick or treat.
Got to get to that candy. Look at.
Someone's gonna jump out of something. Someone's gonna scare me because it's the day before Halloween.
If they would be in this one right here. Oh boy, well you look great. You look
Thank
different
you.
than the last time you were here.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did this little thing to try and trick you. I hid in the audience, and they put all these prosthetics on me. A bald cap.
How
like,
long did that
thinning
take?
hair.
It took all
I was
day.
here for like 4 days.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, when they were panning over the audience at the beginning of the show, some friends of mine who didn't even know I was doing this were like, "Oh, there's Jesse." And look at me down there. They thought that was me. Like, they thought that was actually me. I was like, well, it hasn't been that long since I've seen you.
Yeah. I was supposed to pick you out. They said
you
there
were
was
nervous.
I was scared that you were just someone that was strange looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're willing to go through that just to play with me and surprise me and my audience, Halloween must be an ordeal for you.
You know, it used to be a really big deal for me. I loved Halloween as a kid, and I would be really serious about my makeup plot. Like, I would, like, October 26th, have to do, like, a trial run of my makeup.
Wow.
So I wasn't stressed out on the day.
Yeah.
Like, any brides in the audience might, you
Right.
did a trial run of your hair. So I would do it, days before. I do remember one year, like, I think it was actually the year I was this hobo, which is a very lazy costume, by the way. I was not pleased with my beard, and I started crying, and like the tears were rolling through my beard and down my neck, and I didn't want to go out trick-or-treating because I was not pleased with the way I looked. But yeah, that was a good look. I had a few others that I really liked. That's a magician is always a solid one. My cute little mustache. There was one year I went as a devil. I don't think I have a photo of that. One year I went as a pirate, which.
You're always
There's
standing
a little
on
Easter
something.
egg in
You're
this
like,
photo. Yeah, let's
you're
talk
like
about that
a
wallpaper
goat.
first of all.
Well,
But
yeah.
also, let's also look at the pee stain on my pants. Yeah, I was apparently very excited to go out and didn't have time to shake it first. Got to get to that candy. Look at.
God, what about your mother taking the picture?
Yeah.
Why didn't she say, wait, let's change your pants first?
Yeah.
Like,
You've completely urinated yourself.
wow. And did you have a good Halloween?
Yes, of course. Who
Yes?
doesn't love Halloween?
Some people don't really care about it as much. Do you do the whole trick-or-treating thing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you have little kids, Halloween is the day. I mean, it's Christmas and Halloween, and I don't know which comes first, but Halloween is the
that comes
thing.
first. Christmas is in December.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for clearing that
You're
up.
welcome. Yeah.
Yes, so Halloween is definitely, it's a big deal at our house.
And do you travel to other neighborhoods, or do you kind of stay in your own little area?
This year we did, we go around to other neighborhoods. Our neighborhood isn't that great for trick-or-treating.
Oh, really?
It's a lot of pranksters.
Yeah.
We live on the bad side of the tracks.
I bet. It's funny because there are certain areas in town, like a lot of people go to Hancock Park,
Right.
or a lot of people come to Toluca Lake here because it's everybody.
People just go bananas,
Yeah.
right.
Do you do the whole house thing? Do you decorate your house?
Oh, our house is just obnoxious. Yeah, starting from beginning of October through Easter, we live in like a Hallmark card
Really?
house. Yeah, because it's just after school, you're sitting around and you feel like, well, let's do some spider webs, or let's make ghosts, or we've made bats that hang from the ceiling.
Wow. You really
Sure.
are crafty.
Sure, yeah.
That's what you do when you're
I
just...
can cut out a bat.
Wow. Yeah.
I got it.
Do you make their own costumes?
Sometimes. Right now, for my daughter's lovely preschool,
How old is she?
she is almost 5, and they do a theme. So they do their own costumes at this school. And this year it's Under the Sea. And she, I was like, oh, this is so great. You could be a jellyfish, like an umbrella with stuff hanging down. You have to make your own. You're not allowed to cheat. You have to make your own. And she said, I'll be a seahorse. I was like, a seahorse? Do you know how hard it is to make a seahorse?
Well, and how hard to walk as a seahorse.
Right, because the tail.
Yeah.
So I have to admit, I did use a lot of glue and staples, and it is made. It's beautiful.
Well, is that cheating to use glue and staples? I mean, how else would you make it? Are you supposed to sew it?
I think you're supposed to sew it or weave it or...
Weave it?
it seems like crochet it, but whatever. I use
Who
staples.
has a loom in their house that they're weaving a seahorse?
They probably have one at this preschool, but...
Wow.
Yes.
And then
we've
what
made a
were
seahorse.
the other, you have 2 other children, right?
Yeah, so, we had a mummy, a scary mummy. We had a horse, because my little dude is obsessed with horses. And we had, the middle one was Madeline at night. So they didn't go in a theme this year.
No.
We decided to break apart any family themes.
And what were you?
I was a mom.
Okay.
Because it's a subject of debate. Your kids, you know, I don't know about your kids. My kids want us to dress up big time. I
Sure
mean,
they
I
do.
remember when my first was 2.5 and she looked at me and somebody said, "What are you going to be for Halloween?" And she was reading this little book. It was Big Dog, Little Dog. And she said, "I'm going to be Ted, who's the little dog." And I was like 8 months pregnant. And she looked at me and she said, "And she's going to be Fred." So I knew I had to take the hit. And I got the full dog costume and I got a turtleneck that said Fred. And I did the whole, it was agonizing, but I did it. And then, you know, another year, they were gonna be Little Mermaid people, and Ben came home from work, and the costume department had put together King Triton for him because he just liked the idea of being the king of the sea, you know. So he really went with that for a while, king of the sea. And then last year, I said, you know, let's skip dressing up. You and I, we're grown-ups, we don't have to do it. And they just they can talk him into anything. So they started on him. We were Wizard of Oz. And this is the deal. I was Glinda, and then we had Dorothy and the Scarecrow and, oh, I'm forgetting a kid. Hang on, I can't forget a child. The lion, thank you, and the lion, and then Ben was the
Are my
Tin Man.
producers helping you remember a child?
Look, whatever it takes.
Okay.
I mean,
All right,
if they
so
all
he
get
was a
home
lion.
from school, I feel like
What
that's
were
a
you?
good day.
You were Dorothy?
I was Glinda, the
You were
Good
Glinda.
Witch.
And Ben was who?
The Tin Man. So we go to another neighborhood to trick or treat, and I am wearing a full-on ball gown. It was this pink, fluffy. It was itchy. It was uncomfortable. There is not another grown-up in sight dressed up except for Ben Affleck and me. And he is in a full-on Tin Man, and he sees all the other people there and realizes we're the only ones dressed up, and he just took his Tin Man off and walked around and left me, his wingman, his partner in life, hanging as Glinda. So now I'm solo. I'm just like in agony. So I know he wouldn't want you guys to miss out on him as Tin Man, so I brought you a little something.
Do you have a picture of him as Tin Man?
You're welcome, honey.
He's not going to be happy about that.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't already tweet it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy to take off. Not when you're in a whole gown and everything. That's a little more difficult.
Sure. Hey,
All right, so the kids. I want to talk about the kids because it's Halloween coming up, and
Yeah.
you live in a neighborhood here in. I think people travel to this neighborhood to go trick or treating because everyone goes crazy in this neighborhood, and it's almost like a competition to outdo the other house next door, right?
Definitely. There's one house that builds half of a pirate ship that's like sunken into the ground and like a huge 20-foot thing.
With real pirates?
With real pirates and smoke machines. Yeah, I get into it.
And you do that too? You go that crazy?
I do. I have these animatronic things. I just ordered 4 more. I have the cat. You would love this.
What is
the
it?
The cat, well, there's a dog and a cat, and they kind of, you ratchet them back, and they're about this big, and they're motion activated. So when you walk by, they start to go, and you just hear them, and the eyes start glowing red, and then they go, rah, and they jump out like 3 feet out of the bushes, and people go crazy.
I bet. That's really fun.
It's so much fun.
That's really fun.
I'm gonna invite my dad over. Dad, pet the kitty.
I'm gonna move this because your foot is gonna knock it over when I show you what we got you for Halloween because you like to decorate. So Andy, bring it out. Let's go over here.
Okay.
And he's scary right there. All right. So thanks, Andy. So you're a trick-or-treater, right? Okay, so you walk up to go trick or treat.
Okay.
Just walk up. Just go. Isn't that scary? All right, well, we just started building it about 15 minutes ago, but it's not.
That's exactly how you sit down, too. Wait, I want to. Can they do it again? All right,
Yeah.
I'm going
What
to
do you
react
mean?
this time.
Yeah.
Let's both
Okay.
go up. No, let's both go up
Okay,
and we'll
okay.
react.
Okay.
Oh, I hope I get a Twix.
A trick or treat.
There you go. And you do that at the end, you go.
All right, so put that on your yard, okay?
Definitely.
Okay, and then you can put the cat on the lap if you want. Oh my God. You really do love to dress up though. Like Halloween
do.
is your favorite. You should live in New Orleans because New Orleans is like a perfect city for you.
Oh my God, but that would be so exhausting if I had Halloween all the time. I mean, I'm already getting ready now for Halloween.
I'm sure you are. I saw that you were like getting plaster something done.
Yeah, it's because I have a lot of prosthetics done. Like last year, I was just being me because I thought I need a year off. So I had like 5 clones and I could just be me. And I don't think people were too impressed with that. So this year I have to really give it some. So I have so many prosthetics on my hand and my face. And I just had to do that yesterday. So that was slimy and gross.
So you won't say what you are because you like it to be a big surprise.
It's scary.
It's gonna be scary?
Scary, yes.
Very scary.
Yes.
And how long will this take you to get into?
Probably like 10, 11 hours. I have to start really early so I can make it to the party. Yeah.
Like really seriously 10 or 11
Yeah.
hours before you actually get to a party, and then you're
Yeah.
at a party for 3 or 4 hours.
And then it takes like 2 hours to get it all off. Yeah, when I was Jessica Rabbit and I had like big boobs and a big butt and my face was all changed, so many pieces that were put on. You know, afterwards I had like literally 2, 3 guys like trying to get all this stuff off and it's like stuck on. It's not easy, you can't just like take it off. It's, you know, and when it's like 4 o'clock in the morning and you had a few glasses of champagne, it's not a lot of fun. It really isn't.
That seems like when it would be a lot of fun.
But you just have to keep on drinking.
It's exactly when it would be a lot of fun. So you love doing that.
I do because I like to inspire people to dress up more too. So everyone who comes to the party, they give it some too.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
don't go to your parties. Too much work. It's too much work.
But it's so much fun because you can't recognize anyone. Like even my friends, they come up to me and they're like, "Who am I? Who am I?"
Yeah.
And it takes me
Well,
a
you
really long
could.
time.
Well,
to
it would
figure
take you a
out.
long time. I was going to say you could go out like that and not get recognized.
I should try that sometimes.
Yeah, you should try it and see how people treat you versus and go, you know what, I'm Heidi Klum, give me a table. And you have children that I met once, but I just in passing, I've just seen them. But I want to
We
hear.
know they exist.
Yeah, I know that they're real. It's not just stories. But tell what's happening with them and Halloween. Do they like it? And what are they dressing as? Because
They do like it.
You have to describe them briefly, because the younger one is quite something.
Yeah, I mean they're both fantastic. The older one, Viv is definitely Ben. She looks exactly like me and is Ben, and then the younger one looks just like Ben and is me. So the younger one is just always like, let's go. Like she's just like, she's feisty.
And they're girls.
And they're girls. They're very into Halloween and the debate going into what was being made, because I still always want to make their costumes. So when they want something out of a bag, I'm like, no. Like, no. And like, I'm the one whining. So Viv is going, which way to ruin their Halloween.
Yeah.
Huh? Viv is going as a, I almost said porcupine, as a cactus. Mm-hmm. So she has like a green sweatsuit, and I've been sewing on pipe cleaners that like stick out all the way over. Right?
That's good.
She's
And
prickly,
safer.
prickly
Yeah.
and safer. And then we're making like a headband with cactuses up there, and I may have found cactus shoes online. I don't know. And then Georgie is going as the big bad wolfette, which every time someone says, "Oh, the big bad wolf," she goes, "Et, et." She's a woman. And what my favorite, right?
Good for her. Good for her.
And what I do love is that she put it all on. It looks amazing. It absolutely looks like she's in the touring cast of Cats.
Does she sing?
She does. They're into dancing, and she's very into like emoting things now. So it's like when she's singing, she's like, and it's always like, don't look at me. But then if you do look away, she's like, no, you have to look. And then she wants it, but she'll be doing so much stuff that's like, don't, I'm embarrassed. That then I look away, and she's like, you have to keep looking at me. So it's like a real like, I don't know where to look. I'm averting my eyes, but I'm in trouble for averting my eyes. But yeah, and I think, you know, we're gonna go out and we'll go out early before it's like all too
And
gory.
you'll dress up also, you and Ben?
I think so. Ben is going in as his spirit animal, which is Bob Ross.
Oh my God.
He loves so much.
Oh, if you don't know who we're talking about, you have Netflix. Everyone should have Netflix because of my special coming up. But you should go on Netflix and look up Bob Ross, because if you don't know who he is, it is the most, and you should have scotch when you're watching him.
You really should.
Yeah, for sure.
You need a scotch, and he just has this beautiful halo of which I found out later, I believe was permed.
Oh,
Which
it
made
wasn't
it
natural.
so much better.
It-
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's tended to. Like, I absolutely love that. And he paints and talks about happy trees, and I think I'm gonna go, he and his wife befriended a squirrel, so I believe I'm going as his friend squirrel,
I see.
which to me makes perfect sense.
It does.
Mama,
Oh, I love it. That's nice.
aloha from Hawaii.
Aloha. You got a lay on you.
Thank you, Mama.
Yeah. You're a good Elvis.
Thank you.
Have you been an Elvis before?
I am obsessed with Elvis slightly. Yeah, I grew up, I just love him. You know, my mama raised me on him, and so obsessed I bought a bike like him, and I got an old 55 pink Cadillac, and yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. And have you dressed like him before, though?
I did, yeah, a couple times. Well, yeah. Actually, I did it on Halloween when I was 19. And that was my first time in Los Angeles. I was working on a little show called Baywatch, and I was in Hawaii, and I was working.
Look at you.
I was working with.
I lost a nail.
I was working with. There's a lot of beautiful women, and they invited me to Halloween party in Los Angeles. It was my first time in Los Angeles, and it was the Playboy Mansion. And so, 19-year-old Jason showed up as a young Elvis, and this is my second time playing Elvis. So.
Wow.
You know.
First at the Playboy Mansion and now here.
Yep.
I'm honored.
Halloween's good to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a fantastic outfit, though.
Right?
Where'd you get that? Did we make that for
You
you?
made this.
Wow.
You had a bunch of people find and make and put it all together in like 3 days. And
Well, I think you're going to want to take that home.
I would love to.
Okay, you can have it. Uh-oh.
Mama, I'm coming home.
You look so good.
Now I wish I didn't have a beard.
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect time.
That would have been a big commitment to shave just for this Halloween day, though.
I know, right?
Yeah. Is Halloween big in Ireland?
It's not nearly as big as it is here.
It's crazy here.
Like, you guys are mad for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't include me in it. I'm forced into it with my contract. I have to dress up.
What do you mean?
Every year I'm forced to dress in some ridiculous outfit because people enjoy it.
Does somebody pick the outfit for you?
No, they give me choices, and I picked a good one this year.
Did you?
I did.
I feel like someone's gonna scare me.
What's that?
I said to your crew before I came on, I was like, someone's gonna jump out of something, someone's gonna scare me, because it's the day before Halloween.
If they would be in this one right here.
Did you freak out when I put my cup?
I thought you did that on purpose. That's why I was laughing, because when you put that down, Andy and I were just looking at each other and.
Stop it! That's enough! That is enough! That's enough.
No, it's not nearly enough.
There's another word.
I was like, how am I going to get that cup off of there? That was really good. What are you doing for Halloween?
So Kendall normally has a birthday party every Halloween, and I'm Not sure if she's doing that yet, so it's kind of last minute. But I know prior we all go to Kim's, and True's going to be Moana, and she wants me to be Pua, the pig. So it's a little shady of her, but that's okay. I will be Pua for True.
You're a good mother.
I will be Pua for True.
That's amazing. Now, will you go trick-or-treating, or will y'all just kind of go around to each other's houses?
Probably just to each other's houses. No, we'll go trick-or-treating for sure.
Let's talk about Bryn and Halloween and your obsession with dressing the child in outfits. So what?
It's not like a pageant type of thing. Like I'm not, it's not like I don't have makeup on or anything. I just love Halloween so much, and I hope she loves it as much as I do. And I get excited. I can't resist the costumes. It's like a crazy sickness. Every time I'm like, oh my God, she could be a bumblebee. She could be a butterfly. It's like she has. Oh yeah, this is. So we had an outfit from India, we have an outfit from China, and then we have a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. But I don't think that's the right message for her to be wearing a midriff.
No, I don't think she should. To be wearing that right now. So wait, so how many outfits have you bought her?
Well, to be honest, Jason's mom got that one in China. Someone from Dallas, I imagine, sent the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader one, and a woman, Dawa, that used to work with us, brought the other one from India. So they're all they have meaning.
Right.
But I'm still, it's not over. This is not the final round.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you think? What do you want her to be?
What do I want her to be? I don't want to say. I might be back towards Halloween, and it's kind of like the Academy Awards. Am I going to just tell you and give it away on your show now?
Like people are waiting to find out what Bryn is or something? Like,
yeah.
Oh, I already know what Bryn is. I heard it on Ellen.
Well, exactly. I mean, now.
Ding dong, we saw it already.
Yeah. What if, I don't want everybody to be copying what she's going to do.
Right.